Hi everybody, it's Cindy over at paper.old.new. God bless and welcome to my channel. I am coming to you, and I'm so excited, with a launch. Okay, we're going to talk about that in a minute. That little page there. This is my Painted Peacocks collection. I love it. It's vibrant, it's colorful, and there's a lot to get into. As usual, I have made... Well, I actually got ephemera made for this one. I am still working on ephemera for the knot kit. It's basically going to be a lot of florals. So I'm pulling my florals and trying to make my ephemera kit for that. But anyway, this is, I did an ephemera kit. I did a regular landscape journal kit. And as always, I've done a tall narrow kit. Now, you'll notice there's a difference here. This is different paper. So this is 176 GSM cardstock. And this is my, I don't remember what the GSM is on my, this is my regular journaling paper that I found that I really like, that koala stuff. I showed it to you guys in a video a while back. If you want to know about it, let me know and I'll show you again. Anyway, so I did a tall narrow kit. I've decided, I printed this one on, actually I need to order more of this. So I printed this one on 176 GSM cardstock, and it's a different brand. So, I mean, brands of paper, weights of paper, ink, printers, programs you print from, all of these things will affect the outcome of the colors. So I hope that everybody keeps that in mind when they, I've even discovered that on my computer with the same printer and from the same paper, if I print from some programs, it's much more vibrant and kind of crazy colors, and then from another one, it's more dulled down and closer to what I see on the screen. So it's all going to depend on what you print from. However, I love the way these turned out, and I'm so excited to share it with you. There are 21 pages here in the kit. So yeah, it's a pretty big one, and let's just get started flipping through it. So I decided to find as many peacock type things as I could. You'll see lots of feathers through here and birds, and I did do some color changing. So we'll have birds, wait, I don't want to get it all off kilter. We'll have the birds in their kind of semi-natural color as they were in the art piece. And then I went through and we have some kind of psychedelic, crazy colored pages, which were a ton of fun, I thought. As you'll see, the vibrant colors, the vibrancy of the one program that I print with. I really love how rich the colors are. This one... So like I said, these are the natural, what we're used to, the blues and the greens, the oranges of the peacock. And I like to put the flowers in and, you know, just kind of dress everything up. So, tons of fun with this. So roses, all kinds of, now some of the peacock art had flowers with it. So I used some of those, or I tried to match the colors that were in those. I think I used him more than once, so. All right, so yeah. And I worked some of the tails a little bit to make them fit what I wanted them to do, or changed some colors. I think we're getting into, well, not quite yet, although I did make some color changes to him. Okay, here's a blue, more blue one, background, I mean. Okay, and here we get into the color changes. Okay, now this is going to be kind of a repeat of the same designs, but the colors are going to be completely different. So we have this with the vibrant purples, and then we have this one. I love the teal and the kind of corally pink together. Okay. And some of the darker ones were, you know, you got the more deep blues and purples. this was basically me taking the page and playing with the color scale on my graphics program. So, and I had a lot of fun doing it because I was looking at all the different combinations that you get. And yeah, so it was fun. Okay. For a lot of them, I would go through and I would be like, oh, that's really pretty, but I don't like the background. And I would slide the scale a little further and I'd go, oh, that's really pretty, but I don't like the way the peacock turned out. So I would have to slide it until everything came into a color pairing or a color grouping that I was okay with. This one didn't change as much. And I think it was because whenever I went to one extreme or the other, something was way off. So this one wasn't as much of a change. But yeah, I mean, this kit was so much fun to make. And I don't know why, but I've been wanting to make a peacock kit for a while. I'm not really sure. I mean, they're really pretty. Maybe that's what caught my eye. I don't know. But yeah, so here we have it. And then I did a couple of collage pages where I took, so these backgrounds that I used to build these on, I took a whole bunch of them and collaged them onto the page. And that was actually this one too. These two are collage pages. So you can see the collage, I mean the pieces of different backgrounds in these ones. And then some of the elements kind of scattered on top. So that was that one. Now that's the landscape. And when you go into my shop, it's going to be called the Painted Peacock. So that's what this kit will be titled. And these will be the Painted Peacock pages. Because I always end up with, well, except for knock. I was a little lazy on the ephemera for that one. I don't want to talk about it. I'm still working on it. All right. Okay, now you can see here the difference in the colors. So this one's going to be a little muted, maybe? I don't know. I can't really describe what I'm seeing here. But I still like the way the colors turned out. So, now this was the tall narrow, and like I said, I always have to make adjustments with these. Stretch things, pull things, squish things, until they don't look... The idea is finding a balance between making them tall, because peacocks can look tall. The idea is finding a balance between making them tall and making them look abnormal, if that makes sense. So, or just arranging the stuff on the page so that it fills it up and makes it... Okay, so there's the purple, and you can see what I mean about this paper makes them feel a little more muted or something. It's not quite so jump off the page at you. And again, that has to do with the paper it's printed on, I would assume. Because I didn't do anything different. I just stuck different paper in my printer. So. And these were all printed from Adobe Acrobat. So I made the PDFs that you download. And then I printed directly from those PDFs. So this was printed from Adobe Acrobat, the program. So if you have whatever your PDF, I don't know. Everybody, I guess, they make lots of PDF readers nowadays, so I don't know. And this one, teal and reds and purples. This is what I've been working on, like when I've been sitting waiting for my daughter while she's in school. This is the kit I've been working on. So, I know it's not a fall kit, it's not a seasonal kit, it's not a Thanksgiving kit, it's not a Christmas kit, it's peacocks. It's just what I was in the mood to work with, so that's what I did. Because I know everybody's gearing up for some sort of seasonal something. But... And here's those two collage pages. So the ones where I took the pieces of the backgrounds of the different kits and I stuck them in here and decorated on top. Those were fun. Okay, So these are 21 page kits. This will be the Painted Peacock TN pages because I always try to make my kits in a tall, narrow version so that you have something that will fold upright, so that you're not taking this and trying to turn it sideways and fold it. This idea to me was great because I love flip-flop journals and folios and all of that sort of thing, and I thought that we should have pretty kits to go in that direction as well. So I decided that all my kits were going to get made. So when I make this one, I make this one. Page by page, I make them in pairs so that all the elements are relatively the same. Every once in a while, I'll have to remove an element or change something around. But for the most part, everything is the same. Like you'll see, just looking at these, this feather and flower grouping does not overlap this frame at all. Right? So, I mean, it's just little changes like that have to get made because of the direction that you're doing this in. But it's a lot of fun to do all of that. Now, as I said, these are 21 page kits. Okay, so 16 pages of ephemera. We have these strips to use for strip clusters, page edges, you know, whatever you think would be fun to use them for. They are from the backgrounds of the background papers that the Peacock kit is built on. So that's where those come from. And then these are some background things that I made that you'll see used as the backgrounds for cards and things. They look like feathers to me, and I messed with them until I got them into the colors that I felt like were very peacock oriented. And you get 4 panels that you can do with as you wish. Okay, and then we have some pockets here. So you've got a set of corner pockets and then a set of, these don't have to be corner pockets, but they're angular, so I made a set. All right, so you have that set of pockets. And then we have, oh, this one's going to be kind of hard. Let's look at this set of pockets. You have this set of pockets. So you've got some that go across, you've got a big one, and then this one, a side pocket, like a side tuck pocket. The reason I'm saying that is because that's an envelope liner. Okay, so let me find the envelopes and I'll show you. These are cards that will fit in the envelopes. This card will fit in that envelope. This card will fit in that envelope. This card will also fit in that envelope. I tried to make them so that if you wanted to put something in that envelope or more than one something in that envelope, it would fit. We've done some tags. Here's another pocket. I did some stamps, and these are just some fun shaped, decorative shaped pieces. Here's some more tags. I know, I'm all over the place with this ephemera kit, aren't I? So there's some more tags. So you've got quite a few of those. And then, oh, here's the envelope. Okay, so this envelope, this fits in the envelope. So when you cut it out and you have the white back, this will line this envelope. It will cover this area. And then when you fold everything in over it, you've lined your envelope. I haven't actually done it, but I made it so that this rectangle was the same size as this rectangle. So I'm hoping that it fits. We'll see. Or you'll see. Or somebody will see. These cards fit in this envelope. That doesn't look the right size, does it? It looks too big, but maybe with a little bit of trimming. Okay, and then there's 4 stamps. So there's 2 stamps here and 2 stamps here. Cards and these little decorative things. So there's that. And then I made a page of 6 smaller tags. The regular luggage style tag, and then this dome shaped tag, and then this arch tag. Okay, so we have those. And then I made, wow, right off the end of the pages. I didn't think I had gotten them that close. Apparently I did. So for this one, I took some of the background papers that I used, the word things that I used in the backgrounds on some of the kit pages, and I put peacocks over them to kind of make a fun little journaling card. They're different sizes, as you can see. It just was based on how I cropped. I did not make them any particular size. They are just based on how I cropped the words and fit everything on the card. And then I cropped it to kind of be full. I wanted the card to be full on the front, if that makes sense. And then here we have a few framed bits. So this frame is throughout the kit. And you've got a framed peacock here and a framed 2 peacocks, and then this one sitting on a branch with some flowers. This just says pretty as a peacock, and it's got the feather in the background. Here is where you'll see those panels, those plain feathery looking panels that I gave you. That's the background of this with that feather on it. Okay, so we have those. And then I did some fussy cuts. So some of them have, when I'm cutting them out, their edges get a little choppy. However, when you go to cut them out with your scissors, that will smooth out, I feel like. So some of them are a little choppy in spots, but when you trim it with your scissors, it should be okay. You'll notice some of the peacocks don't have feet. It's just because they didn't have feet in the graphic. So when and I figured when you put them in your thing and you decorate it up, it'll probably get hidden. A couple of feathers. Here's more florals. I try to give you a lot of the florals in the piece. And then some of the florals that were matched with feathers. And for the roses, I tried to give you the corner kind of roses going in both directions in both colors. And then you've got some paired roses, and they were kind of big. I'm still working on that scale thing. But, yeah, I mean, and then there was the rhododendrons in the one. The peacocks cover them up pretty good, so it's kind of hard to see them, but there's rhododendrons in the background of one of them. And then here you have the peacock feather, the other peacock feather. So that's your ephemera kit. That is 16 pages of ephemera to be used with the peacocks. So, all right, now, something I wanted to let you guys know about that I'm thinking about doing. Here is one of the pages from the peacock kit, both landscape and tall narrow portrait. Okay, so it's a landscape page and a portrait page, a landscape page and a portrait page, 2 landscape pages, 2 portrait pages. Okay, it's the full page from the peacock kit, or one of them. And then it's given to you in a bunch of different sizes. And I was going to call this a mini page kit. And I was going to do all 21 pages in this little set like this and put that up there as an option. And, you know, they can be used as journaling cards. You can make them into tags. I have seen people make mini journals, and I thought they would be fun as mini journal kits, depending on how small you want to go. I mean, this is really small. I don't know how ambitious you are. I mean, I suppose you could make a really, really tiny book. Or they would just be fun to use as you could make them into stamps. You could, you know, so I thought it might be fun to make the page kits into mini kits. Now, having said that, I'm going to do this with the peacock kit, and I'm going to put this out there. It isn't done yet. I'm having to go through and, you know, put them all together. But I'm going to put this out there, and if it seems like you guys, when you watch the video, give me a comment. Tell me what you think of this idea, if you like this idea. The tall narrow kits are something that I really, really wanted to be able to do. And then I tried this and I saw it and I was like, you know, this would be a lot of fun for a mini booklet, or, you know, whatever you wanted to use these for. Just a miniature version of all the pages. So let me know what you think of this idea. And I'll do it for the peacock kit. If this idea is something that I have a lot of people comment on, I may go back to the kits that are already up and create these for all my existing kits. And then you could get them all in these little mini sets. I just think these would be a lot of fun to have. So you guys let me know. Go over to the shop. By the time you see this video, it should be up. Go over to my shop and check out the Peacock kit. Also, spooky season's coming. So don't forget to look at the spooky kits I made last year. I don't know that I'm going to get to make one this year because we're already pushing up on October and they take me about a month to make. So that's working steady. So we'd have to see. I don't know that I would get one out in time for people to then use before Halloween, is what I mean. So I might skip Halloween this year and go on to the next holiday. But you guys go over to my shop. There's a link in the description box. Check everything out and let me know what you think of the mini pages, and I'll see you guys in the next one. God bless. Bye-bye.